Opinion. A response to those claiming social services are under threat, while refusing to see why trust has collapsed. This is a response to those now saying social services are treated unfairly, that threats are increasing, and that social workers' safety is at risk. You speak about consequences. You speak about consequences. But you refuse to speak about causes. Without understanding the causes, the situation will worsen. You describe fear among authorities, but ignore fear among parents. You speak about worried social workers, but not about the existential terror a parent feels when the state takes their child. To a parent, a child is not a case, not a procedure, not a placement. It is their entire life. When people feel unheard, unsupported, denied a fair chance, judged in advance, they experience powerlessness. And prolonged powerlessness is one of the strongest drivers of social unrest throughout history. This is an explanation, not a justification. But ignoring the mechanism guarantees failure. Policy shifts after Little Heart changed the balance of power. After the case of Esmeralda, laws and practices around compulsory care shifted toward placement stability, reduced reunification, stronger position for foster homes, greater difficulty for biological parents to regain custody. These policies were politically advanced by figures such as Camilla Walterson Gronvall. But the other side of this policy is clear. Parents feel the system no longer works for reunification, but for separation. They feel foster structures now outweigh biological bonds. They feel hope being removed. And when hope is removed, people change psychologically. You can appeal. A theoretical right is not enough. Yes, courts exist. Yes, appeals are possible. But many parents experience that. Social service investigations dominate. Attachment to foster homes is used against reunification. Time works against them. Resources are unequal. When a system feels closed, trust in the rule of law erodes. Saying threats are the problem without addressing the cause is dangerous. Threats are unacceptable. Violence is never justified. But pretending this emerges from nowhere is irresponsible. When the state is perceived as permanently removing children, not offering enough support before separation, not listening, protecting institutions over families, trust collapses. And when trust collapses, social tension rises. That is basic social science. Child protection must not become default family separation. Children must be protected, but they also have a right to their parents when possible. If the system leans too far toward safety through permanent removal, it creates broken families. Long-term trauma. Populations who feel legally powerless. That is a dangerous foundation for any society. If you want fewer threats, reduce hopelessness. Security is not built by authority alone. It is built when people feel support comes before removal. Reunification is real. Their voice matters. Power ultimately derives from the people. When that disappears, stability weakens. This is not a defense of threats. It is a warning about what happens when people feel they have nothing left to lose.